Hello builders, Cybill Sixpence here, bringing you another exciting tutorial in our Minecraft build series. Are you ready to add a touch of rustic charm to your world? Today we are diving into the creation of a cozy cottage styled home, primarily of granite. This building is perfect for players looking to craft a warm, inviting structure that blends beautifully with natural surroundings. Whether you're a seasoned builder or just starting out, this tutorial will help guide you step by step to bring you this enchanting cottage to life. Here is your materials list. You'll need a 13 by 21 space. Let's jump right in. Your floor plan is going to consist of two different segments of your house. You'll have a 9 by 7 and then a 13 by 13. I am using polished granite and this Mizuni 16 texture pack, which is going to give me a few different options. After I get my foundation laid down, I'm going to go around with some regular granite, which gives this nice texture that I like a whole lot. The smaller room, I'm leaving the walls to be about 4 blocks high, and then 7 for the larger room. I'm going to go around, punch a lot of holes in it. I'm going to fill it in with additional formations of granite that this resource pack gives me. For example, this lovely brown brick that you see is actually 2 polished granites put together on top of each other, and it just changes the texture in a different way, and I really like it. So when I'm going around punching holes in the walls to add the textures in, it's really random, so yours might not look like mine, and that's going to be okay. I'm also going in with some copper ore, because I think it gives that little extra touch. Once I am satisfied with my walls, I'm going to go in with some bamboo stairs and blocks, and I'm going to start adding in the room. Now, the block that I'm using is a directional block, so I want the lines to go up and down rather than side by side. So I'm going to actually use a platform for it to be placed upon, and then going back under and breaking that. Once my roof is done, I'm going to go in and I'm going to fill that wall all the way up and still punch a bunch of holes in it and fill that in with the variant granite blocks. I'm using the polished granite slabs to make all of the chimneys with. There's going to be 3 chimneys in this build. And then segueing into the larger room, so I'm going to fill in this space, getting ready for a similar roof pattern with the stairs and the block. Except I'm not going to overlay the bamboo. Instead, I'm going to have it cut off with a stair that's placed a little backwards from the rest of the wall. I think it definitely adds a lot of character. Of course, if you don't like it, you can take this backward stairs down and you can have that overlay if you want. My second chimney is going to go up from here, and now I'm going to work on the roof section of the larger room. I'm going still with the same blocks that I used before, beginning actually with the trap doors, but moving upwards with the same block, stair, block, stair, block, stair pattern. I'm going to keep in mind that in order to get my bamboo blocks to give me the upright pattern, I'm going to be placing temporary blocks and then capping that with the bamboo blocks that I want, and then deleting or breaking the temporary blocks underneath it. So this cottage actually has 2 ways to enter the house. It can be used as a primary house for your character, and then the smaller is your shop, or vice versa, depending on what you want. Right here is going to be one of the 2 entrances. It'll have a window and a doorway, and I am using stairs as the roof, followed by the same granite combination as I have had in the rest of the house. I am currently just going around planting a few trees because backdrop is really nice and pretty once all the flowers and pathway come in. Of course, that part is completely optional and your sapling choices are entirely up to you. So as I have mentioned, this is going to have two openings, and right here on the smaller portion is going to be your other opening, your other entranceway. You can have the whole house as your living quarters, or you can have one of the segments as a shop if you are playing a multiplayer. I am using slabs here and then bringing it out with trapdoors, which is going to have the pathway that goes around to the back. It's really inviting, saying this is where I want you to enter, but you can actually have the entrance into the other one. I know you can't see the doors just yet, but they will come very soon. And then we're going to go around and we're going to put some windows around the house walls. Your choice in pathway can be entirely up to how your town is set up or what the themes are. This side window right here is going to be my only 3x3 window. The rest of them are going to be in a set of 3x1s. Maybe this can be your display window if this was a shop. Whoops, it looks like I forgot to fill this in, but we're going to do the same thing. We're going to fill it entirely with basic granite, and then we're going to pop holes all in it and fill that in with variants of granite. But also if you know me by now, I change my mind a lot, so I think I've decided to change the style of the roof. You don't have to, but if you would like to, this also looks good. Just extending it out and then giving that top part of the roof a more thatched look. Once I have my wall texturized, I'm going to be throwing in the windows. I am trimming out all of my windows with mangrove stairs. It's going to give it a depth. I will come back around later with some mangrove trapdoors so that it has an open and close segment. I think it's a really nice cottage detail that I can give all of my houses. As always, I tend to favor the orange stained glass. It really gives a warm glow from inside the house. In comes my third chimney, and here again, just as a reminder, I'm using polished granite slabs to change that texture look. I'm going to cap all of my chimneys with a campfire and spruce trapdoors. I am using spruce fencing to prop up my little awning. I did put in a cauldron with an oak trapdoor so that it looks like a little wheelbarrow. I love adding the greenery, and I'm going to start by my walls. I'm going to be adding some spider string over all of my window areas so that my vines don't grow over my windows. And then I'm going to be including some lichen over the walls to add some texture between the vines and the wall itself. And here again, these are things that I'm placing very sporadically, so where your placement is not going to be the same as mine. And that's going to be okay because this is your build. Moving on to the flowers, I want to give some lift so it looks a little bit more grown over by using some moss blocks to prop up my flowers and give it a little elevated look. I think it actually helps create that more full bush look. You have some slightly taller than the other, and since the moss is green all the way around, it really hides that behind the scenes part of the bushes. The jungle leaves tend to look a little darker to me, so I'm using those planted pretty sporadically there as well with sets of 2s and 1s. And I'm going to pull those bushes all the way around so that they are decorating the corners, and then filling in with the flowers in the smaller areas. And that does include the crimson roots because that makes me think of flowers as well. My placement for flowers are still very sporadic around the house with limited structure. Also decorating forward with some large and small pots. And I did put myself a mangrove stair bench right outside. I did use item frames as my armrest. Those things are really optional, but I'm going to be going around real quick and hitting the ground with some bone meal to let some grass pop up. Just as a reminder with the walk path, if you are already in a town that has established a walk pattern, you can do whatever you want to as far as your pathway goes. I'm going to go around and add some lighting with some lanterns, some fencing as trim around my garden area, and making sure that the area is lit. And then finally I'm going to be putting some doors into my house here with the front awnings that we have on both of the sections of the build. Just giving my build a once over to make sure that I have everything exactly the way that I want it. And there you have it, a beautiful rustic granite cottage ready to add warmth and character to your Minecraft world. Thank you for building along with me. And don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell for more tutorials and creative inspiration. Keep exploring, keep building, and I'll see you in the next video.